In this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about friends. Are your friends mostly your age or different ages?
My friends are mostly older than me. I have friends who are 50 years old, 45 years old, friends in their 50s and 40s and 30s and 20s, and teenagers. I have them all. They're all my friends. And even toddlers are my friends too.
I see.
Yes.
The last time you saw your friends, what did you do together?
Oh, we partied. We really partied all the way, till the dusk of dawn, and it's like a 48-hour party session.
Wow.
Am I allowed to say that?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you like to party, Dan?
Can't answer that one. In what ways are friends important to you?
Friends are as important as you in this examination. Yeah, they're very necessary because, number one, they ask me the right questions, and it's different in the sense that they will also answer my questions. And I think basically friends are the pillar of support. They keep me in line. They keep me grounded, and I think they also entertain me. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes.
Yes.
Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Yes. Can I ask to change the topic?
Unfortunately, no. And you can make some notes if you wish.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here is your topic, and here's a pencil for making notes.
Oh, thank you. I love this pencil. Where does it come from?
From IELTS.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
From
yeah,
IELTS
right.
Forest.
I'm not allowed to ask you a question.
Yes. So I'd like you to talk about a difficult choice that you had to make and realize later it was the right decision.
Okay. I have 1 minute, right?
That's right.
Can you tell me, can you
Sure.
be my timekeeper?
Sure.
Okay, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 15 seconds.
Go.
Thank you.
All right, Phoebe, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell
Okay.
you when the time is up.
Yeah.
Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay, so this happened 7 years ago when I was still a college student, and it happened in my a cappella group. So I was the founder of an a cappella group in college, and at first when we started out, our sole objective was to get people, and that's why initially we had over 20 people in the a cappella group, and we came to a point in time where we had to make, a critical decision, whether to remain as a 20-something person group or cut people down to about 5 people. And because I was the founder of the group, I had to really make a sound judgment of whether that is a plausible thing to even talk about. And eventually we decided to cut the group down. And then another problem arose because now we're faced with the situation how to make the people happy. For the ones that are no longer in the group. We went through a lot of discussions, we did a lot of interviews, we did a lot of prep talks, we did a lot of one-on-ones and heart-to-hearts, and eventually we managed to bring the group down to 10 people. And one of the solutions that we did was that we enabled basically the group that was no longer the group anymore to basically create their own group. So they were able to go off to find either greener pastures or create their own group. And the reason why I thought this was the right decision was because, number one, there are 2 reasons. Number one, our music was a lot better. So our music was a lot more together afterwards. And number 2, this was the right decision because eventually we still remained friends and we were able to protect the friendship. So that was my experience of a difficult decision I had to make.
Thank you. Do you often have to make difficult decisions?
I do. I often have to make a lot of difficult decisions at work. The industry that I'm in has a lot of stressful moments. Things are unplanned, and we have to be very, very flexible to deal with everything that are spontaneous.
I see.
And so, yes, I do have to make a lot of difficult decisions.
See, thank you. Could I have the pencil and paper back,
Oh,
please?
thank you. Here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been talking about a difficult choice that you had to make, and I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions related to that. Let's consider, first of all, some people think that some people are born decision makers. They have a natural ability to make decisions effectively. Do you think so?
I do not.
Born?
I do not believe that I do not believe that habits are innate. I do believe in certain things that are innate. So, for example, the body clock, you know, the natural cycle, when people wake up, when people go to sleep, personalities are quite innate. But I do believe that habits are bred, not born. And I think, you know, decision making or leadership is a skill that can be developed, and it should be developed. Yeah.
Nowadays, do you think people get enough advice before they make decisions compared to in the past?
When it comes to advice, I feel like, you know, nowadays it's really different from the past. You know, in the past, children and students make decisions based on, you know, their teachers, their mentors, their parents' advice. Nowadays, people are a lot more independent. They want to have their own say in their own decisions. And I think nowadays people take a lot more responsibility and a lot more, I guess, they have a lot more say in their lives. So
how about in families? Do you think children should be part of the decision-making process in a family, or should that be left to the parents?
Oh, I absolutely believe that children should be part of the decision-making process because the family is a collective whole. And the growth of the family also includes the growth of the children and also the growth of the parents. And I've read a lot of research that says, you know, the earlier the parents let the children into the decision-making process, the more the children's going to be independent and the healthier the growth, as well as the better bonding between the parent and the child. Yeah.
Well, Phoebe, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.